Is the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff too young? Will Zach Ertz be a lock to either be traded or let go before the 2021 season started? And we talk about the Dave Spadaro one-on-one with Nick Sirianni prior to his big press conference today at 12 o'clock. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are new to the channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, well, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Half you people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So let's change that. And before we get into today's topic, smash the like button for your boy. It goes a long way on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate it. Let's see if we can get this over 200 likes. And now, with all that out the way, let's jump into today's topic, which is the three things we talked about in the opener. And so we're going to start with the coaching staff being young. Well, let me know in the comment section right now, do you think this coaching staff is too young? Did you want to see at least one assistant, one guy possibly on the offense or defensive side of the ball in a rather important position be a guy who's been around the league for a while, like a Jim Caldwell, like a Kevin Wisenhunt, somebody who's just been here a while to offer advice to a guy like Nick Sirianni, maybe in situational football, maybe with locker room problems, or just the length of the season, going through the up and downs with a new team. Let me know in the comment section if you wanted a veteran guy, because I talked about it multiple times. Doug Peterson was the offensive coach who was young, so they got a veteran on the defensive side. And I thought you had to get some type of veteran in here or some type of assistant. Now, I do like the young minds all across the board, for the simple fact, the way the NFL's going, you need new innovating coaches, guys like Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, these guys who can just get it done in the new age of football, which is adapting, adjusting, game planning, and switching up. So many of these old coaches want to just say, we're going to do what we do no matter who we play. I like a coach that says, you know what, we are going to game plan and treat every opponent differently. I like that, and I think these young guys do that. I think a guy like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan really do what they feel is necessary to beat the team they're playing on Sunday. Not just a game plan that they're going to try to spin out against every single team. So I do like that, and we're going to live or die by the youth. We're going youth in the coaching department, so it's time to bring the youth to the personnel. Now, let's get on this Zach Ertz talk. I mean, I thought we kind of already knew that the Philadelphia Eagles were going to have to part ways from Zach Ertz. Whether it be via trade, via release, it's about that time. We know the cap situation is bad. Now, Howie is working his magic, and he's going to get it down. We're going to be able to sign our rookies. We might be able to get a free agent in here, a couple of them, especially if we do let the necessary pieces go to fill out this roster. No big-time splash name, and that's why it's so important that we hit on this draft. But we're going to fill that out, and Zach Ertz got to be a part of it because of the cap, because of what he wants, and the fact of the matter is we have a tight end to back him up. Now, I know Nick Sirianni does like to use 12-man personnel too, and we'll talk about that later, but I thought that it was a foregone conclusion that Zach Ertz wouldn't be here. Yes, he's a great. Yes, I'm going to be sad. I mean, he's an all-time great Eagle, but you got to move on. Football's a business, and I know we all love him, but we got to get better, and that's part of getting better. And if we learn how to draft better, we would have money to maybe give a guy like Zach Ertz 2 or 3 more years at the money he wants, and he can go out on top with the Philadelphia Eagles. But the way we're broke, the way we've been drafting, we're not in a position to do that. So it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. And I know these Kyle Pitts rumors are going to get started, and I'm actually going to be doing a lot of draft profiles, from wide receivers to tight ends to offensive linemen to linebackers to cornerbacks. You name it, we going to have it. Strength, weaknesses, pros, cons, all that good stuff. And we're not going to just stay with the big names in the first round. We'll go second, third, fourth, etc. So that leads me to my last topic that we talked about in the opener, and that is the Dave Spadaro 101 meeting with Nick Sirianni. We know that today he's going to have the presser where the media is going to ask him all the questions, and we're going to get a lot of information out of Nick Sirianni when he steps to the podium at 12. And this video should be dropping around maybe 7:30, 8 in the morning early, so you can hear this before that press conference. We possibly will go live Friday, so make sure you have post notifications on so when we go live we could talk about it together. We might do a live call-in. But let's talk about some of the things he said in that interview with Dave Spadaro. He talked about liking Wentz, talked about liking Ertz, saying that he can see and envision a successful offense with both of them. So he's kind of keeping it really vague when it comes to that. He talked about the defensive coordinator being a high energy guy and what he's going to be able to bring with this defense and stuff of that sort. He also talked about the fundamentals in football on defense and offense and how he's big on the fundamentals, and that's a way you get a upper hand on your opponent because all the coaches want to scheme good. Defenses, offense, they come to beat each other. He talked about the fundamentals being the key to get certain wins. He also talked about situational football, which has been Doug Peterson's downfall. I mean, that is where we got ourselves in trouble a lot. No matter what else happened, bad quarterback play, bad offensive line play, bad wide receiver play, we had a multitude of things that came up. But situational football is something that you heard me and Battlebirds podcast talk about time in and time again. But there is one thing that I want you to listen to if you didn't catch that video. It came out last night. It was good. I liked it. You got to really know him as a person, as a coach. He's going to do much more in the press conference today. But I like something he said, and I want us to listen to it. Let's do it right now.
Something for sure, Nick, that the fans want to get a sense of is, you know, you have to adapt things to your talent, of course. You did that in Indianapolis very successfully. What do you envision as far as the X's and O's, the scheme of the offense, for example, and what you want to employ on that side of the football this year?
Exactly what you said is exactly what it is. It's all about who the player is and what they do well. Right? What we ran in Indianapolis with Andrew Luck and Jacoby Brissett and Phillip Rivers, it was different. What did they do best? And that's what you want to do. What do your receivers do best? And that's what you want to do. What does your offensive line do best with your back? That's what you want to do. And so the book's not written there yet, right? We have some core things in place, again, that we want to be able to do both offensively and defensively. But this next week, where we're evaluating our team and figuring out who they are, that's where we can kind of identify who we are even a little bit more. And then, yes, we can watch it on tape, but then we got to get on the field and do it with them, and then you find out a little bit more. And so I think that's a constantly changing thing, and you just play the cards that you're dealt and play with the guys and play to their strengths of what they do well.
Nick, do you plan on calling plays offensively? And if so, what is the challenge there? What are some of the keys to success for offensive play calling?
I do plan on calling the plays. And, you know, what happens when you call plays is that really, really hard work is done Monday through Saturday, right? Monday through Saturday is when that hard work's done with your assistants, right? With your quarterbacks, with your players, figuring it out. And you got ideas once you get into the game. Now you've done the hard work. Is there a feel to it? Of course. Is there adjustments to be made? Of course. But the core of the work has been done when you worked hard Monday through Saturday. That's what's always so cool when you go into a game really ready, because you're like, man, we worked our tails off this week to get ready. The quarterback feels ready. The players feel ready. In conjunction with calling the game, well, there's also, you got to manage the game. That would be the challenge of juggling both of them. I know that we're going to work really hard throughout the week to make sure we're ready, and then we're built with the right people in place to handle the challenges that I foresee as the most challenging things.
Well, there you go. This is one of the things that make me so optimistic about him. There's a lot of unknowns. Nobody can sit there and tell you he's going to be super successful. We got to wait and see. But one of my biggest positive is how he's going to implement. We just got to do what's best for the players. You heard when we had Rivers, we played a different style game from when we had Andrew Luck, from when we had Jacoby Brissett. You got Jacoby Brissett, you got to run the ball. That's what they did. did. You got Andrew Luck, you want to sling the ball. That's what they did. You got Phillip Rivers, who's a statue, get the ball out of his hand fast and have a balanced attack. And that's exactly what he does. He plays to his players' strengths. So Jalen Reagor, who had an ugly season for his rookie season. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't what we saw from Justin Jefferson and these guys. Quez Watkins, a guy who showed burners. We're going to see these guys in better position and have a better opportunity to succeed. Situational football, and I just can't wait to see the offense come together when you got Jeff Stoutland, running game coordinator with the offensive line that could possibly be healthy. You got Shane Steichen and the play action, because we talked about this on this channel a couple of days ago. It turned Baker Mayfield back into a pretty darn good quarterback. I just can't wait to see the young minds go with a predominantly young offense. Miles Sanders, Jalen Reagor, Jalen Hurts, or Carson Wentz. Some guys on the offensive line. All the receivers are young. Let's go. Can't wait to see all this stuff. And that's what I'm going to hang on to. Like I said, today, 12 o'clock, this video will be out for maybe 3 to 4 hours prior to the big boy press conference. Nick Sirianni meeting the media and all that good stuff. So we will be going live later today, so turn post notifications on so you don't miss it. But also, in this video, on this video, comment in the comment section, what do you think about the coaching staff being young, Zach Ertz parting ways with us, and last but not least, the Dave Spadaro interview. What do you think about that? And if you didn't hear it, hopefully you got some from mine, and go back and check that out. And again, if you're watching this and the press conference happened at 12, comment what you think about the press conference as well, because we will be going live, but not until maybe 3, 4, or 5. So let me know. I can read them while I'm at work. Until next time, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. You guys know what time it is. We out.